Hey, what's up guys, it's Austin here, and in today's video we got a lot of work to do here still. We're at the end of moving over the old snakes into the new racks. We're going to do the adult males, and we're also going to get the last rack of females done today, hopefully. We still have a lot of bins to clean, about 80 of them, so it's going to take a lot of time. So before we get into that stuff, huge shout out to Balls of DNA. Thanks for the really cool shirt, and it's really simple on the front, I really like it, and then the back, definitely not slacking. So go and check them out, Balls of DNA. They got some really cool stuff, and in this video I'm gonna also show you some really cool stuff. I'm gonna try this new thing where I'm just gonna go to one of the racks here and pick out 12 to 15 of the nicest snakes in it and highlight them for you. So there's gonna be a whole bunch of different morphs and a whole bunch of snakes you haven't seen before. So stay tuned for this really cool video. So we're still moving a lot of stuff over here at Mutation Creation. We still have this whole doll rack to get through, and we're gonna get through that today. But we also have these male racks. So we have a lot of males in here that are a little big for here, and we want to move up to these bigger racks. We already started, as you can see, we have a few empty bins, and we have this rack over here already sold. So this one has to get out this weekend, and basically we just have to move these snakes into the other rack and here. The bigger one's gonna go in here, and the smaller one's gonna go back into the other rack. So let's go do that right now. So now that we're done with the adult males, it's time to go and tackle the adult females and get them all into the new rack. Whoa, 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 calm down.
Awesome.
What? Call the police. So for today's video, I'm gonna pick the rack myself that I'm gonna go and highlight, but I want you guys in the comments down below right now to go and comment an adult rack, a hatchling rack, or a grow-up rack, and then I'll go and pick a rack from those next time. But today we're gonna stick to a grow-up rack. So let's go into the grow-up room, and I'm pretty much just gonna go and pick any rack I want. So I'm gonna stick to this rack right over here. It's got some really cool stuff in it, and I'll probably just keep going, moving to the right. So the last rack I'll be doing in this room is probably going to be this one. So if next time you guys go and pick the grow up room, I'll be showing this rack, and then so on and so on. And then the other rooms, I'll start at one point and do the exact same thing. So the first rack today is going to be this one, and now let me show you the coolest snakes inside of this rack. I thought we'd start here at the bottom today, and here we have a female Orange Dream Enchi Ghost, and Ghost is really good at blushing out the colors inside of a ball python and making you look good even into adulthood, not only as a hatchling. And hypos tend to look better with each shed, So when you have one as a hatchling, it's not looking at its prime. Usually around 1,000 grams, they start to really glow and look at their best. And here we have Orange Dream and Enchi, and Enchi is really good at cleaning up the pattern. You have this banding coming over, and it's giving it that little green of a color. And then you have Orange Dream just enhancing the overall tone of the snake and bringing in these really nice orange tones along the dorsal, as well as that head stamp in the middle. Right here we have an Orange Dream Yellowbelly pied female, and it looks like she just shed, so her colors are looking her best right now. And you can see how well Orange Dream and Yellowbelly work together inside of the pied and making a really bright and orange snake. You have all these really nice orange tones toward the belly of the snake, and that's from the Yellowbelly. Yellowbelly likes to bring these really nice orange tones to the belly portion and across the sides of the saddles, and it also jaggeds the saddles out and makes all this pixelation that you're seeing over here. And then you have the Orange Dream, of course, just making the whole snake that much more orange. And when you have the two together, you get this really blushed out head that is orange. And this girl was looking really nice as a baby, and of course when they get older they tend to dull out a bit. So if you were to add hypo into this, like the last snake I showed you, it definitely would be looking a lot more vibrant. And we actually have an Orange Dream Yellowbelly Ghost pied here that I'll go and show you really quick right now. So right here we have that Orange Dream Yellowbelly Ghost pied I was talking about, and even though he's not in that rack, I have to show you guys him since I mentioned him. And you can really see how much Ghost really brightens up the pattern and just blushes it out that much more. And in this case it made it really more orange and it just stands out. So here we have a really cool male. It's a butter leopard harlequin, and I'm not too sure what the harlequin does. This is one of the only ones we have in the collection here, but I do know what a leopard butter looks like, and it definitely doesn't look this whacked out. Sometimes you can get butter leopards that are just striped out down the whole back but are similar color. So it definitely looks like Harlequin is a pattern changing mutation, and in this case it really whacked it out. You got all this weird connecting pattern that bands over like it should not definitely be. It's just really weird, and I really like this snake, and I can't wait to go and see what Harlequin does in the future, especially in Ultramel and in Clown. This girl right here is a Banana Lesser Spot Nose, 100% het for Clown, and she's one of those females we're going to be moving up into the new racks when we get to this room. We still have to finish one more rack today. I'm not too sure if we're going to get to it. Looks like we still have a lot of work. And this girl right here is looking just beautiful. This is Lesser and Spot Nose together, making the pattern look like this. When you have Lesser and Spot Nose together, you tend to get an overall more of a lesser pattern, but you get these really nice blushings and weird dots in the pattern from the spot nose. It also changes the head pattern a bit. She's lying in a weird way, and I don't want to mess with her too much, but you can see that she has a bit of a head stamp there. And of course Banana is changing the overall tone of the snake, making it all the different yellows and golds and different shades in between. Over here I got a really crazy one for you guys. This is an albino Super Asphalt, and Super Asphalt is usually a really dark morph, and it has this really nice pattern that bands over and has somewhat of a freeway stripe going down the back. And when you add albino to that, all the darks turn this nice real orange color and bring the flaming up from the belly, and then all the whites or all the lighter colors turn this beautiful white along the dorsal. And then we have a really cool head on her. Can't wait to get this girl breeding because we have some really nice Yellowbelly combo albinos and het albinos. So we'll be making some awesome freeway albinos, and Justin Kabelka hit a really cool lavender freeway this year, I believe, or last year. It was an Enchi lavender freeway, and I can't wait to go and see what the albino version looks like and a whole bunch of different combos. The next snake I chose to highlight is this Orange Dream Fire Lesser Ghost, 66% het clown female. And I really hope this girl proves out because we already have an Orange Dream Fire Lesser Enchi Ghost Clown, but I want to see what it looks like without the Enchi and maybe even without some of the other genes, and this girl would be perfect for that because we do have some Ghost Clown breeder males that we can pair to her, and that will make the odds really good. Since we're double recessive to a single recessive het, everything should be a ghost because it's ghost to ghost, and then it would be a clown to a het clown, so everything should be at least a ghost, het clown, and then everything else would be a ghost clown. And I know I confused a lot of you. This genetic stuff can get really crazy when you get into the double recessive, especially adding 4 or 3, 5, 6, 7, or 8 genes. It just gets really hectic, and the best thing to do is go on Morph Market or World of Ball Pythons and use the genetic calculator, because then you can see exactly what you'll make, and they'll even give you examples of what you make and what they look like, so you know how to identify them in the future. This one right here is actually sisters to the first snake I showed you, except this one is only het for ghost and not a ghost, but it does have one extra gene than the sister. So this is a super orange dream Enchi het ghost, and telling from that orange dream Enchi ghost how much more orange it was in this snake, you could definitely expect the super orange dream to go and take the orange dream Enchi ghost that was down there to the next level. And I'll actually pull her out one more time just so you can go and compare once again. So you see how the pattern is here, and if we were to go back over here, you can see how much more intense the oranges are, especially the change halfway up. Down here, it is definitely not as intense, and that's what happens when you add the super orange dream opposed to just one dose of orange dream. It really intensifies all those oranges and really cleans up the pattern. That's why we're left with such a really nice, clean, and banded pattern. Here's another one of those girls we're going to be moving up to the new racks. This is a pastel Enchi freeway, and she's 66% het clown, and I really hope she proves out so we can hit some more freeway clowns in the future. But she has this really cool paradox on her side. It looks like a bunch of black pixelation, which just really contrasts her overall orange and purple pattern. And I just love what pastel and Enchi do in the freeway and give you a really nice blushed out head stamp that almost looks like a butterfly. And pastel and Enchi tend to do that almost in every morph. There's a few exceptions, but freeway definitely blushed it out and made it look that much better. And of course you have these purple tones which happen a lot inside the freeways, and then you have the Enchi bringing in all the orange tones. An Enchi freeway without a pastel is called a Mardi Gras, and they're a lot more orange than this, but when you add the pastel it washes it out and makes it this really nice orange and yellow color, almost like a peach. So right over here we have a super fire girl, and she just happens to be going into shed right now, so her colors are not looking her brightest, but she's looking amazing. And super fires tend to be an all white snake, but sometimes if you're lucky enough, or if you're not lucky enough because you wanted to make an all white snake, you can get these really cool orange blotches, and they just randomly pop up along the top of the snake. They're there since birth, so if you have an all white super fire, it's not going to go and get any of these yellow patches. They have to be there since birth. And this girl is actually possible orange dream, super orange dream, pastel, Yellowbelly, Enchi, and a few other genes. So this girl is just packed with potential, and hopefully in the coming years we can go and prove out what genes she has. But I thought I would highlight her for you because a lot of people like white snakes, and right there is one of the coolest things she has on her. If she would like to cooperate. Oh, she has poop in the back, which is okay. We're gonna clean her tomorrow, but let's see if she'll cooperate here. There you go. She has this little patch over her eye. She really doesn't want to cooperate. She is going into shed, so I'm just gonna leave her be and just enjoy the snake, looking at it as it is. And maybe in the future when she's done shedding, I'll give another update on her. So this next combo I'm going to show you is a very simple one, but one you don't see too much of. This is a black pastel calico, and of course black pastel brings in a lot of dark colors and dark tones into the snakes, and then you have calico on the other hand that brings in all these oranges and has high white sides. But when you add the cinnamon to it, or black pastel, it takes away those white sides and you're left with this really nice gold blushing coming up from the belly. It looks super cool. You also have some of the pattern connected together around the neck, and I believe you should have some at the tail, and yes we do, because that's a usual trait of calico, and calico tends to also have these white blotches all over the belly. So this is a really cool female, and I would love to go see what the ghost version looks like. Black pastel and cinnamons inside a ghost definitely have a very big change in color. They get blushed out a lot more, and you get to see some blue and sometimes some purple tones. And I believe with the calico, it's definitely going to change that, especially because right now we have all these really blushed and gold tones throughout the snake. So I'm really curious to go and see how it's going to turn out. I know I've shown this girl in the past, but with Ultramel being one of my favorite genes, I couldn't hold back. So this is a pastel Ultramel, and pastel usually washes out color inside of snakes, but when you have Ultramel, it definitely enhances the overall color of the snake, and you're left with all this blushing, especially at the head. It's just totally blushed out, and then you have this really nice purple tones throughout the back, and then you have this really nice blushing just breaking through the tones. Ultramel looks amazing and is definitely one of my favorite color mutations, and I can't wait to go see till we get all these other morphs and different combos and change the color that much more, because every time I see a new Ultramel combo, I'm blown away. So right here we have a high intensity orange dream super Enchi girl, And this girl is actually from a split clutch with me and Billy that we had 2 years ago. And High Intensity Orange Dream line is a line of Orange Dream that looks as bright as a Super Orange Dream, but is definitely not the Super. And the weird thing about High Intensity Orange Dream is that sometimes it can make normal Orange Dream or High Intensity Orange Dreams, which is really confusing. But nonetheless, this is a really cool combo, and the Super Enchi is really working well here to ban the snake. Enchi of course brings in this color change halfway, and when you add such a bright snake, it makes it stand out that much more. And of course, Super Enchi giving you all this banding, but it does mess up the head quite a lot, and this girl really does not want to cooperate here. But there you go, there's her head. And Super Enchis tend to have a diamond shape on the head, or a really reduced head, where the eye stripes come all the way up and touch at the back of the head. So this is a really cool combo. We're definitely going to be putting recessives into her and just making some amazing heads in the future. So way up here, all the way at the top, we have this really cool Super Enchi Asphalt female, and I just wanted to stick to the Super Enchis to go and show you again what the pattern does. And you can see all the banding just like before. Enchis band on their own, but when you have the Super version, it definitely bands that much more. And it looks like she just shed over there, so she definitely is at her brightest. And if you look at her head, once again we have that almost diamond shape where both of the eye stripes are really thick at the back and almost connect. Here they're not connected because sometimes they do not, but 9 out of 10 times they'll be super connected at the back of the head and just really thick like you're seeing right now. So that's pretty much going to be it for this first rack here. There were a few other snakes I wanted to show you that were deep in shed, and I definitely wouldn't do justice showing you them right now, so I'll include them in a different video in the future. Do not forget to comment down below which ones you want to go and see next video. Do you want to see more holdbacks, some adults, or some babies? Hit the comment section right now. So that's pretty much going to be it for today's video, and as you can see, we didn't finish this last rack. It's going to get done tomorrow. We had to clean a lot of bins. We got all the bins done over there. They're ready to be picked up tomorrow by the new owners of the racks. So tomorrow there's still a lot of work ahead of us, and I'll probably document it for you guys as well. And I just want to finish off on this really cool snake, and it's not a ball python today. This is a VPI snow boa. So this VPI is a line of albino. It's a type of caramel albino, and then you have anery in here, which is like axanthic and ball pythons. And when you put albino with the anery, it's a snow. So this is really cool. And VPI is not like your normal albino. It is a caramel, so you're not going to get that really nice white color you get on the normal snows, but you get this really cool gray tones, and I can't even really explain it. It almost looks like Oreo ice cream with all the dots inside of it and the white. And this girl has really cool eye stripes, and they actually go right through the eye. They're all gray. Let's see if she'll stay still for you guys. But it's a really cool snake, and I love boas because they're a lot different than ball pythons. They move a lot more, so if you want a snake to just chill on the couch with and let roam around on you like this girl is doing right now, definitely look for a boa. And that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Call the police.